As summer is coming to an end and we are gearing up to return to school, we get emails from our school site, and we also look forward to the emails from our union. It's these emails that set the tone for what the year will look like and what the quality of representation that we can expect to receive from our union. It sets the tone. And over the past week or so, we've gotten a few emails that are concerning and problematic. But the first item comes from the email dated July 24th under the heading Big Moves, Site Rep Elections. On July 24th, we were sent an email that told us on July 28th, the interest letter had been sent to us, even though the 28th had not yet occurred. And then on the 28th, we received nothing, even though we were told later in this email that was sent on the 24th what we should expect. The first thing we're told is that elections will be held the first 3 days of school. I'll have more to say on that in a minute, but that this is so important, it's so meaningful, that it's our voice, it's our power, that if we're even thinking about stepping forward, keep an eye out for the interest letter landing in your inbox on July 28th. And then July 28th, we got nothing. Zilch, zippity-doo-dah, nothing. Nothing on the 29th, nothing on the 30th, nothing about this on the 1st or 2nd, and nothing. Seriously, the timing is just so bizarre. What is so special about site rep elections specifically that requires that they have to be held the very first days that we come back to school when, as far as I remember, we've never done these elections for site reps ever. Maybe one-offs here and there, but just so bizarre. The timing is such that all of us are going to be dealing with first day issues, second day issues. And we had so many displacements this year and people moving around that how are they supposed to be setting up, doing the professional development, and running campaigns to be site reps? How is this a reasonable process, especially when we didn't get the information according to the procedures that the president laid out would be the process here, even though the elections committee should be running the elections. So are these elections even going to be happening? And if they are, if we are being informed that we're voting for site reps August 6th through 8th, how can we trust that these elections are fair when we haven't gotten the information necessary to prepare appropriately? Where's the election integrity? The single most important thing about a democratic process is the transparency and that the rules and procedures are followed. So is it really that they aren't going to hold elections? But if they do, how can we trust these results? If they don't hold the elections, that's actually worse, because it makes one wonder if somewhere between July 24th and July 28th, when they said that they were going to send out the interest letter, they became concerned that maybe the results of the election might actually not be so favorable to them. So did they just ditch entirely the whole idea of site rep elections, hoping that nobody would notice? But I noticed, and I know others noticed as well. At best, this is just sloppy. At worst, it's deceptive. And talking about deception, we got 2 emails last night, which would have been Friday, since I'm recording this on Saturday, the 2nd of August. We got 2 emails. The first email presenting good news that rehires are taking place. And then at a later point in the evening, a second email was sent out saying that all those jobs that are being brought back are actually temporary positions. So why couldn't this have all been in one email? It just makes one wonder, was the intent to make it look like there are jobs coming back, and that for some reason that I can't comprehend, SAEA should be credited with that. And the hope was that people just wouldn't notice that those are temporary positions. And so a second email then had to be sent out. And it turns out that, yeah, those jobs that people are getting rehired for are temporary positions. So was that an attempt to deceive and claim credit? You have to wonder. Or again, is it just sloppiness? So whether we're talking about the site rep elections being sloppy or deceptive, or whether we're talking about the rehires being brought back in a way in which we're being informed about them, was that sloppy or deceptive? I don't know. But as I stated at the beginning of this video, these are the communications that set the tone for the year. And it looks like not only are we starting this year right where we left off with this quality of union leadership, but things are actually regressing.